Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're throwing out the old rulebook on wealth. If you've ever thought that financial success is all about having a genius-level IQ, perfectly timing the market, or building the world's most insanely complex spreadsheet, well, you can just toss that idea right out the window. The actual truth about building wealth is way more fascinating. It relies heavily on the sheer power of time, compounding, and prioritizing basic survival over sheer brilliance. Let's get into it. So think about this. Why doesn't being an absolute financial genius actually guarantee that you'll get rich? We've all seen it, right? Super smart, highly educated people just totally blowing it with their portfolios. The trap we constantly fall into is thinking that money is purely a logical math problem. But in reality, as our source material reveals, money is deeply and uncontrollably psychological. Your intelligence doesn't protect you from emotional bias. Actually, it kind of just hides it. And there's this great quote from author Morgan Housel that hits the nail on the head here. He says, "People do crazy things with money, but no one is really crazy." It kind of validates our own past choices, doesn't it? Every single one of us lives in our own unique financial bubble, completely shaped by what we've lived through. A person who graduated right into the 2008 financial crash is going to view the stock market completely differently than a tech worker who got rich during the 90s boom. They're looking at the exact same market, making total opposite decisions. And yet, through their own generational lenses, their choices seem perfectly rational to them. These hidden psychological factors build into the invisible forces that really dictate our outcomes. We love to praise hard work, but unseen forces like luck and risk, they play massive roles. Take Bill Gates, unquestionably brilliant, insanely hardworking, but he also had a 1 in a million stroke of luck. He attended one of the only high schools in America in the 1970s that actually had a computer. That gave him a monumental head start. On the flip side, look at his high school friend, Kent Evans, equally brilliant, equally obsessed with computers. But Kent tragically passed away in a mountaineering accident before even finishing high school. That's a 1 in a million brush with extreme risk. The scary reality is you can do absolutely everything right and still lose. Section 1. Survival over brilliance. Why staying rich is actually harder than getting rich. So accumulating wealth requires a completely different mindset from keeping it. Getting rich, that's all offense. It requires boldness, taking huge leaps, extreme optimism. But staying rich is entirely defense. Defense is about caution, humility, resilience, and building a margin of safety. If you take away